Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 2 for our online learning for grammar and English. I'll move my video. So you'll need a pencil and pen and a notebook with ideally with some lines in to help you with today's lesson. And I'll let you grab that for a second if you want to pause the video. And then once you've got your materials, get the date and WALT written down the 12th of the 1st, 2021. And the WALT is identify conjunctions. So our first question is, what is a conjunction? And remember to answer in a full sentence and write an example if that is easier for you. So you might start off, a conjunction is, and give an example, or you might be able to explain what a conjunction actually does. So if you want to pause the video and have a go at that now. Okay, so click on the screen. A conjunction is a word that connects two parts of a sentence or clauses together. So an example would be, I want to cry because I can't think of a conjunction. We've all been there. So the conjunction is the word because, that's highlighted in purple there. That is the word that is joining two parts of the sentence together. So far we have looked at yesterday simple and compound sentences. Both of these have main clauses in, which means they make sense by themselves. I like chips, and I like fish. For instance, two simple sentences connected with and. So what we've looked at with these so far is called coordinated conjunctions, and the examples that you used yesterday were under the name fanboys, and they all stand for a slightly different conjunction. Now, what other types of conjunctions can we use? Now, big clue if you have been a woodpecker before, I used to have them, or I still have them stuck around my board. The coordinated conjunctions are the red, and the other words were usually highlighted in blue. So again, pause the video and remember to answer in a full sentence and write an example as well as, or if that's easier for you, what other type of conjunctions can we use? Okay, so if you've got your answer written down now, the other types of conjunctions we use are called subordinate conjunctions, and they're remembered under the acronym I saw a wubbub. Very funny sentence, but I saw a wubbub. So I bought new trainers, although it was my birthday. So we have two clauses in that sentence connected with a subordinate conjunction, which is the word highlighted in brown. So why is this sentence different to the others? I bought new trainers, although it was my birthday. So why is that sentence different to I bought new trainers and I received new sports kits? Although they have different words, why are the two sentence styles different? If you have an idea or an answer, pause the video and write down why you think this sentence is different to the sentence we had a go at yesterday. And don't just say they have different words, please. So the reason why they're different, because the two clauses are different from each other. So the first clause that we looked at that's highlighted in this sort of light orange is the main clause. If I put that in a compound sentence, I bought new trainers and I bought new sports equipment, that would those two main clauses make sense by themselves, so they could stand independently. I bought new trainers, full stop, works absolutely fine. However, it was my birthday would not make sense by itself. So if I just said it was my birthday, it doesn't make sense by itself. It needs a main clause to back it up. It's giving more information to the reader, but you need that initial information for this sentence to make sense. So just like the subordinate conjunction, we call this the subordinate clause because it doesn't make sense by itself. And as we talked about yesterday, this is the main clause, it makes sense by itself. So if you want to jot this down, a subordinate clause does not make sense by itself, but it does give the reader more information, like we just said. A sentence with a main clause, a connective, and a subordinate clause will create a complex sentence. So if you want to pause the video and just jot that down in your own words, if you want to, feel free to just put subordinate clause equals. Okay, once you've got that written down, we can have a look at the subordinate conjunctions wheel options. So we've got I saw Wubub, we've got I stands for if, S stands for since, A stands for as, W stands for when, A stands for although, W stands for while, A stands for after, B stands for before, U stands for until, and the last B stands for because. So all of these connectives will give the reader more information along with a subordinate conjunction. These are the most common subordinate conjunctions, but there are lots of different types of subordinate conjunctions that you can use. Now, I would like you to have a go at creating 3 sentences using 3 different connectives from the wheel below. And it'll be great to see you coming up with different complex sentences. So maybe one of them you do about school, one of them you do about a dream you've had, and one of them you do about, I don't know, aliens landing on Earth. Just make them completely random and see how creative and unique you can make each sentence using those subordinating conjunctions below. So pause the video and have a go at that task. Okay guys, once you've got that finished and completed, that is it for today's grammar lesson. All the lessons that we've been doing today and yesterday around sentence structure are going to help us with our writing input this week. We're going to be writing a complaint letter to a very important person in the UK, and we're going to be using all these complex and compound sentences to really get our point across. So we're going to be starting that tomorrow, and I will see you on the next lesson. See you later.